What's up, agents? Season 4 is upon us. Lot of changes. I took some of this video footage the very first day it came out. It's now early on Saturday. I'm amending a little bit of the footage as I found some stuff, and then I'm putting this up in a little bit here. So if any of this information isn't perfectly accurate, I apologize. Also, this is non-comprehensive. I'm going to be coming out with a lot of new videos now that we have this new stuff. So let me just get right on into it. I stepped away from the game for a little bit. I haven't done any videos for a while, and now that the new season's here, I guess it's time to come back and check it out. I didn't know how I'd feel about it. I literally played for 2.5 hours yesterday, and I don't know how the long term will be, but I like the new changes. There's some things about the game that I do dig now, and I figured before we get further into this season, I'll just go ahead quickly talk about the things that I've noticed so far that I dig. I haven't watched any videos. I haven't done any of that. So if you guys have already watched other channels, you know I'm probably telling you stuff you already know. But this is what I dig about it so far. So one of the first things that I noticed while playing is that I hadn't seen the little elf guy that runs around, the treasure gnome, whatever guy. And I saw him and I killed him, and you know how stoked I am to get a level 40 Sleigher. I was super bummed that this thing was locked at level 30 and I couldn't use my old one. It was basically worthless, so I'm stoked on this. So I'm going to plan on using this in my Eclipse Protocol build here and work it in there and see if I can't, between the Confuse. It's going to be tricky because, you know, I got to get the headshot. I'm going to try to get some Confuse with the Creeping Death and see what happens if I can just get a whole group of enemies confused this way, see if it's worth anything. But I'm just stoked to have that gun. So I figured I'd just point that back out, you know, that's available. So look for that guy running around. So I'm going to be doing a lot of builds around this new gear set that we got. The, what is it called? The Empress International. I'm just codenaming it the EIEIO build for right now. So this is a very interesting gear set in the fact that obviously it's set up towards skill tier and skill builds. So you notice the plus 10% skill health for the one piece. That's interesting. I mean, that can help a lot of survivability, I guess. I don't know a lot, but it can definitely help with, you know, it'll keep your drone and your turret around longer. It'll keep your shield out longer. You know, things like, there's certain skills obviously it won't have any effect on. But the two-piece, skill damage. So this is interesting because this adds a second gear set along with the hana-u. Check this out. So the hana-u two-piece. So you get plus 10% skill haste and then plus 10% skill damage. And usually there's only one gear set that will have each tier where it hits those. So this is interesting that they decided to do that with the Empress International. The thing that really caught my eye was that plus 10% skill efficiency. How much will that really benefit us and to what degree? I'm not going to go over that right now. I'm going to do that as a separate video here in the future. But it's a very interesting gear set. It'll be interesting to see how it works in. The one thing I'm afraid of is that it's basically going to have to work into, as I have here, full high-end builds. It may be that that's what Ubisoft Massive is trying to do, is push us back into getting away from gear sets. Any guys that played Division 1 know by the end, if you weren't running a classified gear set, you were gimping yourself across the board, and you were gimping your team as well. So the Hexotic build that people remember from Division 1 just really couldn't compete in the end game. All right, agents, along with the new brand set, we got ourselves a brand new gear set. This new gear set is called the Rigger. The two-piece gives us 15% skill haste. The three-piece, 15% additional skill duration. And the four-piece, interacting with your deployed skill grants the skill 25% skill damage for 10 seconds. This buff cannot be refreshed. And luckily, there's a lot of ways of interacting with your skills. Interactions include using and deploying the skill, changing the skill's target, which tends to be one of the easiest ways to proc this buff, and then healing the skill. All of these are skill tier as the core attribute. Let's talk about the chest. The chest talent, Best Buds, increases the damage buff from 25% to 50%. So that seems like a very large bonus. So I'm going to be doing another video on that pretty soon, which we'll see how big of a bonus is this, and will this work itself into any of our builds in this new season? Can this become a new meta? Then we also have the backpack. You guys notice the backpack talent, complete uptime. Canceling your skills will reset their cooldown. So that's very interesting. Things that have very long cooldown times, or if you do not want to spec into skill haste at all, this might be something that can really help tune certain builds. Be interesting to see if the new exotic holster somehow ties into this too, but I don't know anything about it, so I'm just gonna have to wait and see. Something I'll quickly go over, but I'm go over in more detail in the future, is the 2 new gear pieces that are named. I got both of these. I don't know what your guys' luck is. As soon as I realized these gear sets were available, I went ahead and looked where I could farm them. It was the Union District Stronghold. I headed over there, ran through it once. I got 1 Caesar's Guard to drop halfway. In fact, I think I might have gotten rid of. Yeah, I got rid of the other one. But I got 2 of these to drop, the chest piece, and I got 1 of the backpacks, the battery pack, to drop. So it's perfectly calculated and perfectly skilled. So obviously these are both geared towards skill builds and to get skills back faster. I played with it a bit. I'll let you guys know about that in a future video, how and what I think about both of these. All right, guys, we do have the new named marksman rifle, the Scalpel, similar to the card named pistol. This comes with the Future Perfection. Weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 19 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and say they shit the bed by not changing that skill tier 6 overcharge to 19 seconds. If you're already at skill tier 6, like any true skill build is, this does no real benefit to using Future Perfection versus a standard Future Perfect, because both of their overcharge is only for 15 seconds. So Ubisoft, you really need to go and change that overcharge to the 19 seconds of the standard Future Perfection. So, of course, that's just my opinion. So I do not have access. I have not found the named assault rifle yet, so I cannot say anything about it, but I hope to find it soon, and if it's any good, of course, you guys know I'm going to try to shove that into one of my builds. Another cool addition that we have, agents, is when we come over, you notice they added the optimization station to it. So if you guys remember from Division 1, this means once you got the gear piece that was the perfect rolls, no matter how poor the quality of the roll was, you could just come and spend resources of whatever sort to maximize your gear. Essentially, we're in that same vein now. Let's see, like for me, let's say I want to get my assault rifles up. Let's see. Where's my good ones? Okay, Future Perfect. What would it cost to upgrade this? All right, so you guys notice this would be a lot of stats. Just to get that headshot damage out, I need 300 weapon parts, 150 of whatever that little flag resource is. I assume that's from going around killing checkpoints. I think I get 4 of those for each heroic checkpoint I do. I assume since I get 4 per checkpoint on heroic, that means if you do challenging, you'll get 3. Hard mode, you'll probably get 2. And normal mode, you'll probably only get 1. That's me speculating right now. But so that you see that it's not very efficient, but as far as endgame goes, like, okay, if I wanted to optimize this brand new Caesar's Guard, all right, so 93, 53, 25, and 22. So it wouldn't cost too much if I wanted to max that bad boy out. So depending on how high the roll is, obviously it seems like it takes less. I'll have to look into that in the future. I may look into, whether there's a sliding scale, diminishing returns, or how it works for optimization. But it's good to know that if you have a favorite gun, that you can now come here and max it out, and then, well, we'll see what the future holds. But at least for the time being, you can use your favorite gun for the foreseeable future. All right, agents, so one thing that was bothering me for a long time, we put down this turret, you got to blow it up. But look, wait, what's this? And look, 1 second. So you can now pick up and move the turret, which it never made sense to me why you could deploy it and then not do that. All right, so now let's do this. That reset skilled. We got both the new skills on here, so I'm just going to spam this out. And you see there's the perfectly calculated going. So perfectly calculated is actually, I didn't really, I'll talk a little bit about it while we're doing this. I didn't really like it at first, but then I realized that it's literally 50% better than the normal version because you go from 10% to 15%. So that's literally a 15%. Okay, so check this out, guys. We're going to come over here. And you notice we got 4 seconds left on that. So it had about half of its time, but it only fired off a few shots. So now I can come up here, set this up. We're going to move again. And this makes it so you can be a lot more strategical, being able to move around. Oh, wait. Did I just get myself in a bad spot? Let's get out of here. Dude. So I don't have my volume turned on here, so I can't really hear if there's anything else weird going on around here or what. Oh, I don't know where these dudes are. Oh, is that it? That was it? All right. It's kind of fun to play without sound because you have no idea where bullets are coming from, any of that. All right. Hey, look at that. That's not even a bad... All right. So, yeah. So it's nice to see that we got the ability to pick up the turret. Not pick up the decoy. And that's about it. That's the only one you'd ever really need to also be able to pick up is possibly the decoy. So I am a bit surprised that they did not make it so we could pick up the decoy. All right, agents, one of the other things that they added that I, of course, really like, you guys know that I like chasing the commendations. Well, luckily, they added a whole bunch of commendations for the Summit. Summit Distinction, Challenge Mastery, Combat Mastery. Is there Iron Horse? I still got to go into the raid, get those done. Hot Foot. Summit Challenge Tactical, Directives Tactical, just a straight up tactical. So this is where I'm just going to use a healing build, go up in there, maybe help the even team do it. We'll see what happens with that. If any of you guys want help doing that, I'm down to help actually go and get these commendations done. Summit Discovery Merit, so this is just opening 300 crates. That's pretty insane. This is just where they're, and you notice it's 65 points. They're just like, all right, we're going to have you come back and spend hours and hours and hours and hours of your life in order to get those 65 points if you want them. I don't know how stoked I am on that. I mean, it is 65 points, and that's a hardcore thing right there. So, teamwork. I think there's even some teamwork ones in here. Wasn't there? Summit freeze frame. While in a group, complete the 100th floor of the summit. Then, after calling for exfil, get every team member to perform the same emote at the same time. This is funny because you guys may know that I actually finally did the 4-team synchronization award, the 10-point thing, finally about 2 months ago at floor 99 of the summit. For no other reason other than I remembered that I needed it. I was in a group of cool guys, and we made it happen. So that's funny. This is ironic right here. Or coincidental, fitting. Summit Guardian. While in a group of 4, complete 10 floors of the summit on hard difficulty or above without an agent being down. Summit Teamwork. Complete various milestones of the summit while part of a group of 4 agents. All right, that'll just happen naturally. And let's see what else we got. Summit Challenge Completionism. Complete all the Summit Challenges at least once. Okay. Summit Challenge Mayor complete 300 Summit Challenges. So this will happen. And notice this is another one of those crazy 65-point things. That's nutty. Summit Headhunter. Okay, so this is just killing name dudes. This will happen no matter what. Summit Service. Complete 30 hours of service in the summit. So I bet you this is 65. This is another crazy. On hard difficulty, complete the summit 50 times. Dude, okay, so this is one of those things that I just don't like, where they tie a bunch of this shit to, dude, you got to play our game and don't play anybody else's game if you want to get this shit done. That's what it comes to me as. And so there's a bunch of this shit. I'll probably get this done accidentally as I test all this stuff. But there's a lot of people that will never even come close to accidentally seeing so many of these challenges and these commendations. I don't know how I feel about that. So, I mean, that's right up there to me with where these hardcore, there's a couple of these hardcore things I need still that are just fucking ridiculous to think it's going to happen. Okay, so check us out. Hardcore raid distinction. How am I ever going to get that 50 points? I've had one successful matchmaking hardcore ever, and that was at level 5. I match-made with a level 7 dude who was doing a checkpoint. Or a control point. We cleared the control point. It took like 2.5 minutes. As soon as we got done, and I had joined his lobby. As soon as we got done, grabbed the crate, the supply room crate, dude bounced. That's literally the only time I've seen anybody in hardcore. How the fuck am I ever going to get the hardcore raid distinction done? That shit ain't going to happen. There was another hardcore one that it looks like they took away. Alright, so that's basically it. So, hardcore, yeah. Alright, agents, so what does the future hold for me and what I'm going to be doing in the division? Well, we'll see. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3 lately. I've been getting back into some Destiny 2, although I have not bought the DLC. But really, I'm on the cusp of, do I upgrade to the PS5 or do I move up to PC now? I really am not sure what direction's the best direction to go. So I'm just kind of hanging out right now. So I will definitely be playing the Division for a little while, but I really want to get into some Cyberpunk. But let's see. So what I'll plan on doing is playing around a bit with this EI build, the Empress International, seeing where it can fit into the skill build meta, where it can break away from the skill build meta, see how efficient that skill efficiency bonus really is and what that does. I'm going to try to plow through the summit, get a lot of those commendations done, see if there's any new stuff in the summit. I haven't been in yet, so I don't know what sort of new things are actually in the summit. So I'll try to get into that. Once I get to level 55, we'll be checking out the Scorpio exotic shotgun, see how that works. And then, since I don't watch any videos, I'm really interested to see what this waveform exotic holster is. So I'm going to have to wait until I get to level 90 to check it out. So I got to plow through this and try to make that happen. 3 hours worth of playing, I got to level 9. So I'm really interested to see. It seems right now there's a decent amount of stuff to do. So I'm sure it'll be interesting to play the game for a while. There's a lot of time involved in the Summit stuff, but they got to keep it interesting. We'll see what happens with that. I'll let you guys know how I feel about that in time to come. The last thing I forgot to mention is, as I get some gameplay done, I will check out the named gear pieces and the new named weapons and let you guys know what I think of those. All right, agents, and the last thing before we bounce on out of here and leave this video, just a little snip of my true AFK build. This is the new one. We'll just take a quick peek, show you guys what the layout looks like. This is using 3 pieces of the new Empress International, 1 Wyvern, 2 hana-u. Play around with it, see what you can do. I'm telling you, it works out. We'll be releasing this full build soon, along with some other new assault drone variants. So stay tuned for that. As always, if any of you guys are on the PS4, my opinion is my gamer tag. Hit me up. I'm totally down to do some gaming with you guys, get some commendations done, help you guys with anything you need. If you guys have any questions about anything, any comments, any suggestions, throw it down in the comment section down there. If you don't mind hitting a like, smash that like button, whatever the kids are doing these days. You agents, take it easy, and I'll see you all in the dark zone.